Well, guess what? The Washington Commanders continue to bring in more talent, not just at wide receiver, player personnel, things like that, but they're also bringing in a lot more talent toward coaching personnel, that sort of thing. And as of really a couple of days ago, the Washington Commanders announced that Wes Welker, former New England Patriot great, will be joining the Commanders as a personnel analyst. Now, what in the world is a personnel analyst? I mean, I know what data analyst is. You know, personnel analyst, in my opinion, what it sounds like at face value is basically, well, he's going to be helping with the what do you call it? The overall evaluations. Evaluation. That sounds like I think we'll go with that. We're going to go with the overall evaluations of the player personnel, but also heard maybe coaching as well. Anyway, let's just read what Pro Football Weekly or Pro Football Talk actually, and this is an article by Miles Simmons, and it was posted just a couple of days ago. Wes Welker has found a new gig. According to Mike Reese of ESPN, Welker is joining the Commanders. Multiple reports indicate Welker will be a personnel analyst working with both the coaching and the personnel staff for Washington. Welker, 43, had been the Dolphins receivers coach from 22 to 24. He previously crossed paths with general manager Adam Peters with the 49ers, as Welker was San Francisco's receivers coach from 19 through 21, while Peters was in the team's front office. Additionally, Welker was notably offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury's college teammate at Texas Tech. Don't know how much of that has anything to do with the price of tea in China, tariffs. Anyway, the Dolphins replaced Welker with veteran receiver coach Robert Prince this offseason. So, again, does that shed a lot of light on exactly what Welker is going to be doing with the Washington Commanders? Probably not. I'm sure there's other articles that haven't really gotten to him yet that goes into a little bit more in depth of actually what his role is going to be, because, I mean, to me, again, this kind of looks more toward a front office type of thing, where you're evaluating the talent, both with coaching. Well, maybe not with coaching, because it sounded like he's going to be working with both personnel staff and coaching staff. So actually, maybe not so much of evaluating coaching, but evaluating probably the players specifically. Maybe what this role probably looks at mostly would be a role of evaluations, how players played, how they're doing throughout the season, maybe even working with the players. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's going to be much of a coaching type of a position, although when he was in San Fran with Adam Peters, of course, he worked very closely with Deebo Samuel. And it's probably not a coincidence that they're bringing him in, because that we did pick up Deebo Samuel over the offseason. So this is is this a pretty good pickup? I guess we'll see. Anytime that you have somebody that you can bring in who has had Super Bowl experience, and of course we know that Wes Welker has had a plethora. Man, I'm using these big words on a Thursday morning. A plethora of Super Bowl experience and just overall winning experience, and knowing how to be around or being around the right type of players in the right environment for winning. Dan Quinn and company, they're going to want to surround themselves with those type of guys, and they are. So I can't wait to see and hear a little bit more of what Welker brings to the table, but I am happy Why would I be sad? Um, I just it really for me it really tells you that there's so much more in depth to building a winning franchise rather than getting the right head coach, of course, the right coordinators, the right position coaches. There's a lot of consultants and um, analysts and just that sort of thing. I mean, data analysts, you just don't realize what all in the modern day of football is going into in order to build the right franchise, the right group of players. It's a lot, but it paid off. I mean, we're talking about what last offseason, um, bringing in, a guy who was going to be a data analyst, and we're like, why are we reporting on this? This seems like a non-burger, and you know, what exactly is he? What type of data is he analyzing? But when you really learn more about that, you really realize that, oh wow, this could be very valuable. You got to also remember in the prime days of guys like Bill Belichick, where it seemed like paying attention to detail was always the utmost important thing to do. And that is one thing that would separate you from winning and losing a lot of times, the fine details. You may have the most important points down. You may have a pretty good team built, but if you don't pay attention to the details, it's fine details that could really determine if you're going to win or lose. And I think that Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, those guys like that, they know that. And so they want to be able to bring in guys that they feel like who could fill those roles. So, anyway, Wes Welker coming to the Commanders. He's not coming as wide receiver, but he's 43 years old. So, his time is done. But um, I am excited. Nevertheless, I hope you guys are as well. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like, give it a share. Please, please, too, subscribe to this channel. I know that I have been absent for a few weeks. I apologize for that. Various reasons why, but I'm back. I'm back, baby. And I am ready to talk some Washington Commanders football. And I'm ready to hit it, man. So take care. I will see you in